So starting standing. Now just sort of move back and forth. Just letting your weight shift from foot to foot, picking up, a knee, a foot, just kind of getting these large joints warmed up, getting these large muscles warmed up, maybe bringing a knee over the midline, bringing your opposite hand or arm in the general direction. So just getting a little lifting, twisting, moving. And then coming to stillness and moving the arms overhead, kind of swaying from side to side, swaying in front, moving like your seaweed, bending a knee in the other, and just getting a feel for your body, sort of how is it moving right now? If you're kind of tight in the rib cage, just slowly bending the body in that direction. And then moving the head in slow circles, one direction and then the other. And then, like a pendulum, moving one ear and then the other down toward your shoulders while you let your shoulders be relaxed. So don't bring your shoulders up toward the ear, coming back to neutral, and then just looking side to side, sort of over the shoulder. Letting your knees be soft. And then letting the back twist a little bit. So now letting your shoulders and your head move as one piece, so your gaze is going with the shoulders. But feeling this slight twisting in the back. You're bringing your feet close together, knees soft, and even letting the twist start in your legs. And then slowly, shoulders, and even then the head. So coming back to center, and then letting this twist just work up the body, back to center. Moving the shoulders, and putting your hands on your shoulders, elbows out, and then just doing little circles. And then bigger circles in one direction and then the other, starting sort of with small circles and then getting larger. Coming to stillness, and then shoulder rolls, like we often do. Knees soft and bend into this. So here you're going to feel this in the shoulders, but you're really going to feel it in the rib cage. And just noticing this, going in the other direction. We're just gently stretching these muscles, working these little joints. And then coming to stillness, pulsing the elbows back a little bit and then forward. And then again, coming to stillness, coming to standing, sort of moving your arms, moving your hands, and clasping your hands, and then leading with one wrist, coming up and then down. And so just, yeah, this little wave action. It's moving, you know, all these little muscles, all these little joints going in the other direction. And exaggerate that if you want. You know, your elbow, your shoulders getting into the action. Okay, and again, kind of flapping them out. All right, and now doing circles with the hips. And leaning into this. So not only are you going to feel this movement in the hip joints themselves, where your leg bones connect to your hip bones, you're going to feel it in the low back, going the other direction. Again, also sort of up the whole spine. Your shoulders are going to naturally move in the other direction. All right, great. Now, bringing up one heel and letting both of your knees be soft, especially the knee of the foot that's bearing weight, and turning circles. And go in the other direction. And again, you're going to feel this all in these little joints, these little muscles in the feet, the ankles, you know, so critical, these little areas for balancing. Coming to stillness, and then the other side. So heel up is turning circles. And one direction and then the other. And then bending both knees, putting your hands on your knees, and doing circles here. Keeping your feet flat, but you're again going to feel all these little bones in the feet and the ankles moving, going in the other direction. Okay, great. And then as we stand here, pull your tummy in. Your tummy in. Your belly button back. And just feeling that in the low back. You know, feeling these muscles sort of tighten to offer stability and support, which is why we say this all the time. Pull your stomach in, pull your stomach in, support that low back. Okay. I will turn you over to Jess for 6, 6, 6, and 6.
Great activation. Yep. And I'll explain it as we go along, right? And we'll work it into making sense. You already do it. So I figured let's put it on paper. Let me kind of just structuralize it. So the warm up, I'm going to start out with the arm pullover with knee raise. Something that works upper and lower bodies. We're going to use, you know, all the muscle groups, front, back, top, bottom, side, all that good stuff. But here we're trying to increase our cardiovascular output, right? So we want to dig our toes into the ground, drive our knee up, bring our hands down and isolate the upper back. So lots of things going on. We'll do that for about 5 more seconds. Should feel it in your breaths, or if you're talking like me, 2, 1, pause. Okay. Then we'll collect ourselves a little bit. We're going to go side to side and do a cross arm. Okay. Step, cross, step, cross. So it's just a side to side. You'll get the groove of it. Keep your eyes to the front. Again, dig those toes from the ground to the outside to bring yourself back to the middle. Upright, then dig down. Bend the knees and the hips a little bit more. To just progress a little bit, feel it more in the bigger muscles as they warm up. You don't have to go full blown at the start. That's why we do it for 20 seconds. And we get about 5 left. 3, 2, 1. Good. Okay. Arms up to the side. Feet are kind of shoulder width apart. Then we're going to rotate our upper body and kick to the front. Nothing you guys haven't seen before. But I want to tell you what it's working and why we're trying to focus on it. Little balance, coordination, and core activation. So meanwhile, we're pulling in the belly button as Terry has instructed us right before. So you're prompted for everything you do before you're asked to do it aggressively, if that makes sense. 5 more seconds. And then you can monitor yourself for what works for you or not. And then you modify. 2, 1, relax. So it's kind of introduced to you, then it's thrown out, and then you kind of gauge it for yourself, right? Make sense? We'll do our lunge complex like we always do. Starting with one leg, front, side, back, using the arms. And I would say 2-3 times per side, depending on you and the time you have during your workout. This is something when you do on your own, something that you can say, I have an idea of the structure of the session that I'm going to do for myself. That's comprehensive. If you want to isolate something on one day, go ahead. I'm not saying you have to do this every time you work out. If it's an ab day or a cardio day, do that by all means. I'm going to finish up this last side. No rush at all. And then we're going to have our hinge and swim. Okay? So we shake it out. We get lined up. We picture it in our head. We've done it 1,000 times. We've done it twice a week, every week for years. For some of us, right? Digging through our heels. Our toes are slightly lifted so we feel these posterior muscles engaged. And the hips go back, the fingertips go forward. The arms go out wide to get the shoulders. Then you stand up tall. Push those hips forward. Nice stretch in the hip flexors. Just to get everything ready for when you add weights. So going at your own pace. This one's not meant to do fast. Of course, if you're leaning forward and you're on blood pressure meds, you should know better. But even if you're just having an off day, right? If you're sore or for any number of reasons, just gauge it for what works for you. This is just guidelines. I'm going to do one more. And then we're going to sit down and do our sit to stand cross punch. And that'll make 6. It might be easy for y'all to remember too. I'm not sure. You know, there's a zillion things I can give you in a zillion different ways. So it makes it really challenging and exciting as an instructor. But I want to make it easy and simple for you to follow. Up, pound, pow, back to the center. That's where the slow and control comes by. You can get all that power and aggressiveness up to the top and then roll to the side as you see fit. Turn your head with your hands. Watch that hand go. You want to move as one unit to keep that back safe. Of course, the belly button's up and back the whole time. We'll go for let's go one more round. Get the breaths with the movements. Next time you're up, stay up. I think I'm gonna go to planks next. Our heart rates are up, or should be, right? When you work every muscle in the body like that, top, bottom, front, and back, side and side. So let's just take it down a notch and we'll just isolate the core and a little bit of the extremities as far as going the range of motion they are meant to go into. So I put donkey kick fire hydrant for first. It can be in any order, really, kind of whatever makes sense to you. But this is what made sense to me at the time because it's upper and lower body. So you know how this goes, out to the side, bent leg, up and back with the heel behind you. So stay on that 15, 20 seconds, whatever works for you, because you want to feel those littler muscles of the gluteus muscle. It's not just the big one, but it's the one that stabilizes the hips the most, especially when you're concerned about balance, okay? Let's finish up on this rotation and then switch legs. Shake it out a little bit, especially if you haven't been moving all day, right? Keep your hips level to the ground as much as you can. We do that by pulling in our belly button and squeezing our glutes. We got our shoulders locked. Our armpits got the pencil stuck in there. Our shoulders are over the heels. Last time through, and let's walk it in. We'll go to the T-raise next, okay? So we'll go from lower body to upper body. We're gonna extend our arm way up to the sky, fingertips. You really want to get the meat off the bones here, off the ribs. So kind of go a little bit further than you thought you could. Then slowly come back down, safely switch hands. And then set it up for the next time. Do a few times each side. Again, whatever you feel is appropriate for you that day. We're just getting ready for the tough stuff. I'm gonna go one more time each side. I'm gonna stay up and do the leg adductors. So get yourself into a nice, perfect plank. Swing one leg out to the side and then drag it across the center. Little pause there after the midline and do it again. The goal here is to not rock the hips like a pendulum. You want it slow and controlled. Isolate the inner and outer thighs that we don't think about much. Let's do that one more time and switch legs. Yep, you can feel it just after a few, after 6 or 8 of them. And it's not to exhaust them. You don't want to do 20 of them. It's just to feel it engage. We'll walk it in. And then I'll tell you the next two. So it's going to be the row with the bicep curl. We're going to stay up and then do the cross mountain climbers. Okay, I just figured since we were down there, that's how we could end it. All right, so line yourself up. One arm, straighten it out, curl it up, safely switch arms. Same thing other side. You really want to feel that squeeze. You want to feel that muscle contract, the bicep, and the one in that protects your shoulder blade. So we'll be using it later on in class. How about one more each arm? And then we'll go into the cross mountain climbers since we're already here in that position of facing down. So both hands will be placed under the shoulders, knee to opposite wrist. And just knock out as many as you can. I don't know, 15, 20 seconds, whatever you got in you. Again, you don't want to exhaust yourself in the warm-up. This is still the warm-up, but I like to give you a nice, healthy, fat warm-up that you can play with so you don't get hurt. 3, 2, 1. Lock it in. Good. Shake it out. then I was thinking grabbing the bands would be appropriate. It's because we're gonna start out in the chair. We'll do our opposite body parts, lower, upper, as best we can. I chose the leg presses first. That's where we extend one leg at a time. So you're going to be right at the edge of the chair, stacking your shoulders above the hips the best you can. Keeping it nice and close, or as close as you can. And then extending it out. If your toes are pointed towards your nose, you're going to feel it a little bit more in your calf. Just nice and easy. You want to feel that burn here, a little bit here, maybe a little bit here. I mean, everybody's a little bit different. Especially if you're injured or have some compromised muscles or joints. 3, 2, and switch. Even after that, I feel the burn. All right. Knock these out. We'll go 10 more seconds. 5. Last one. That's when the heel goes down. I want to do it this way so you guys can see the outside of my leg. But that's when we do the palms up row, then switch palms down, out wide row. Okay. Keep it close on palms up to feel it in the biceps. Let it down slowly, switch palms down, and then go out wider to feel it in the upper back. Okay, just see how that feels. Of course, we're keeping our core tight the whole time. That's what's keeping us from leaning forward with the resistance of the band. So good job there. You're not falling forward. Everybody has strong abs. Let's go last ones each direction. And then we'll go sit to stand. Here's where I want you to start amping it up. Do as many as you can in these 20 seconds. You got your arms in an L shape, your feet are shoulder width or wider apart. Lean forward, powered up. Just make the most out of this one. You're using those big muscles of the lower body, glutes, hamstrings, quadriceps. The little ones in your ankles are helping out a lot because it's getting very mobile, trying to go forward and bringing you back with stability. So that's good for the real life world. Let's go 5 more seconds. Get our heart rate up. And then we're going to stay up, okay? Last one. You can recover a little bit. Then I suggested the L shoulder raise. So that is number 4 of our 6 of the bands. Following me so far? Yeah. So that's the one we go up to the front. Our feet are nice and wide. Don't forget about the basics, right? We're digging our toes into the ground. Our basis support is nice and wide and low, right? I'm kind of sticking my hips out and back wide. My eyes are forward. My core is tight. And I'm just really isolating right here, right here. Nothing else is moving, but everything else is working. Okay, don't just flop through it like, yeah, I got the L raises. Let's go one more time each direction and switch. Ten more seconds here. Three. Last ones. Let's go into our single leg hinge. Right here. This is our split stance. Our arms in an L shape. And let's just go down, just 4 or 5 times. You don't have to overdo it. But that front big toe, that's the grounder. That's the one that's going to kind of make or break your balance, in my mind. Keep your eyes neutral. If you're bent forward, you're looking down. I'm gonna go ahead and switch. My hamstrings are woken up. Other side, set yourself up nice and strong first. Power it up. Bring those hips forward. Squeeze those glutes as you come up tall. Then let yourself go back down. In control. I'm going to finish up here. Boom. The last one, it's kind of a coordinated one. This is number 6. You can take or leave any one of these, you know. I'm just trying to give you the best. I'm just trying, guys. Okay, another split stance one. My palms are going to be up. My back knee is going to go down. I'm going to curl. I'm just going to do this for about maybe 10 seconds on this leg and then switch to the other leg. I just want to wake everything up. Let my body know I'm going to do some lunges later. Last one. And switch. Yeah? You can do this with or without bands. Shoot. Do these while you're waiting for the microwave to beep. 5 more seconds. Last one. Good. Take your break. Take a little water break. Breathe. I 86 Dharma. I feel so bad. I'm sorry, baby. You better be good. You better lay down. Ooh. She's lucky. She's cute. Okay. Into the strength part. Strength and cardio. Strength and cardio. We're getting really into the whole body conditioning. So we're going to pick up where we left off before the summer. We'll get it back like nothing. Okay? I promise you. You only need one weight for this one, so make sure you have enough room to go side to side. We're going to start out feet together. Your weight's racked, let's say on the right, and everybody's going to move to the left, okay? If you'd rather me go like this, I'll do that. I'm going to move to the left, go down towards my left foot, power up to the center, and then go up overhead. Do that. I have to look at the clock, so I got to turn around, but you guys got the gist. You guys are not newbies. Let's go about 10 more seconds from here. Let's go straight up to the 12. Power it up. Make the most out of each exercise. We will recover. Last time down. Good. Safely switch hands. Picture in your mind what you want the next side to look like. Down and out. Powered up. Boom. Go at your own pace. You do not have to keep up with me. You don't have to keep up with the person next to you in the Brady Bunch, rectangle, whatever. I'm just trying to give you an idea of stuff to do. 5 more seconds. Can you tell I got a nice voicemail this morning? Okay. All right, we're going right into hurdles. So for the hurdles, I like to kind of put a visual here. It's not high or anything, but I like to show you. You're going to do cardio right afterwards. You're going to go up and over something. My eyes are to the front. I'm kind of bent down. I'm doing my little crouch thing with my hips and my knees. My core is super tight. My shoulder blades are pinched. My arms are out kind of for balance. And I'm hiking my knee up and over. Don't get slack with that. I'd rather get your knee hiked higher than you do many further back and more back and forth. Because that's what's going to get you over the hump. Dig through those toes. 3, 2, last one. Let's recover. The purpose is the up and over part. Then it turns into cardio and leg strength and all that stuff. So it's very comprehensive. Let's just open it up. So you want to kind of push your hips forward, your gaze, not cranked up higher into the sky, but just enough. Your palms are up. Open up the chest so you can breathe. Your airway is open. Chest and shoulder muscles are stretching. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Okay. We're gonna go, so that was a front body exercise. We're gonna turn it around to a posterior exercise. It's the hinge and upright row. Nothing you guys haven't seen before. I'll show you from the side view first. The weights are resting on my quadriceps and with the front of my thighs here. I'm gonna do my hips back. A little bend in the knees, just a natural bend. I'm not doing it to sit down or anything. So I'm just sticking my butt back, powering it up, and then I'm zipping my jacket. My elbow doesn't go higher than my collarbone. I bring it back down slow and controlled. My eyes follow down to the floor, powered up, zip. Not meant to do fast, but you know, when you become really good at it, you can do these cleanly as many times as you want. You know, you guys, I'm not afraid of you guys, you know, messing this one up for yourselves because you've done it so many times. You've been told how to do it right. 3. Last one. We're gonna go into a modified jack. So weights down into the cardio, feet together, palms by your hips, powered out. Dig through those toes, little bend in your knees and your hips, dig into it. Make it whatever you want it to be. If it's just a loosen up day, heck, just chill. Just kind of go through the range of the motion if you're hurting. If it's like, I want to get the devil out type of thing. No, I just want to have fun. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just want to have fun and teach, right? Okay. I think we'll be okay for the next one because it's going to be in the chair. So you only need one weight if you're using heavy. If you're going lighter, you've all seen this before. So let me show you before I start confusing y'all. What I'm going to do is push it out in front of me. So if you got 2 light weights, I know you can push it out in front of you. But I have a little heavier one. I'm going to raise my knee as I push it out. So it's up to you. I'll start the time now that you've seen it. Lean back a little bit to get more of the lower abs if you want. Get more of that deeper abdominis. We'll go 10 more seconds. We got it. Straight out in front of you, not up overhead. Breathe. Make sure you're breathing. Don't hold your breath through this. 3, 2, last one. Okay, good. Weights down. Clear the area. Where the heck is my yoke? And we're going to go up and over. Just a little fast feet. I'm going to try to do fast feet every week. I really am. I think, you know, from the feedback I've been getting, and I don't know, my own personal thing, I feel like fast feet is overlooked in a general like workout presentation. I never used to get it. And then I realized how important it is. 5, 3, last ones. And you do get better as you go. You're like, I want the fast feet, right? Bust out the band. All right, let's do a little yoga. Let's do a little yoga flow. We have a tough second half of the 6. So that was number 3. That was 3 sets of 2 exercises. So you guys are really getting a lot. So that's halfway. So I suggest halfway, bringing yourself back down to close to normal range. Not so much that you lose the elasticity of your joints and muscles and all that good stuff. It's a good time to reset your mind, right? I give up. This is too hard. This sucks. I suck. Or you can be like, I'm going to be a rock star and finish up these last 2 ones with this chick. Say I gave it my best and come out a winner, right? So it's all in that self-talk. So halfway through, pep it up. Pep it up for yourself. Just with everything else in life, right? High pull. So this is a very powerful move, much like our swing. Okay, I love it. I love it. I love it more with kettlebells because they're not as wide as this, and I usually crank my inner thighs. But watch me first, please. I'm going to have the weights out in front of me. You don't have to have them on the ground. I just do it because that's how I was trained. My butt's way back, okay? This is like a real hip exercise. I'm going to hike it back like a football player and then pop up and bring my elbows close to my collarbone. That height. My core is super tight. As I'm standing here like this, I am locked up like nobody's business, like someone's going to punch me in the gut, because that's what's protecting my spine. When you got weight swinging in front of you and about to go behind you, your core is all you got. So let's go 10 more seconds. Rock stars. 5 more seconds. 3. Last ones. Don't stop, don't stop. Butt kick high pulls. Okay, just like the warm up, go right into it. We'll recover, I promise. Give it your all. Give it that minute. Give me a minute. Sink into it. Drive through the big toe. Bend through the hip and knee. Pop up strong. Elbows go back. Punch through to the front. Pit fists together. Squeeze. Squeeze. 5, 3, 2, 1. Let's do a little chest and shoulders. I'm going to do a split stance, but you can do it in a chair. You can do really whatever. I mean, I know you guys are far enough along to know what works for you. You don't have to follow our every word. If you're like, no, something else works better for me on the floor, then go on the floor and do it. You know, I'm going to give you 15, 20 seconds to just kind of transition into the next one. The next one's not easy either. Good. Get the heart rate down. Get the respirations down. You're not lightheaded anymore. You're ready. So I'm going to line up the chair. We're going to do some sit to stands with overhead presses. I'm going to use 2 weights. If you want to use 1 weight, let me show you first. I'm going to keep them, the weights at home. I'm going to get nice and wide, almost like a sumo squat, right? I'm kind of getting fatigued and my form's getting a little bit wobbly, right? So I might want to go wider just for my own safety. So you're going to push through, stand up tall, come to the top, bring your weights or hands together if you're not using weights. So power up, push. So you can do this with 1 weight. If you have it right here at your chest, power up, push, okay? Lots of ways to do it. Even if you're not using any weights, come together with the fists. Roll it out. Just bust out as many as you can in perfect form. Let's go 5 more seconds. Let's do 1 more. Do it together. We're going to go right into a pretty, this is probably the worst cardio one because it's probably newer to you. I'm going to show you from the side view. Don't stop moving, okay? Don't stop moving. Keep moving. Don't just be like, oh, what's she doing? Okay? I'm going to step back, swing my arms forward. Step back, swing my arms forward. When I bring my arms back, I'm squeezing my shoulder blades, right? I'm squeezing my shoulder blades. When I power up, I'm coming to the front. Step back, push off that big toe. So lots of pushes and pulls, lots of lunges and power ups, whatever you want to call them. But you guys got to be to the front so you don't compromise your back. Keep going. 5, 3, last ones. Do it. We have 1 more set. Oh my God, I don't think we're going to make it in time. Are you guys okay if we go a couple minutes over? I think I was talking too much in the beginning. You okay? I was just going to do a core, just isolating the core in the chair for the last number 6 of 6. So I'll invite you to sit at the edge of the chair. Take your breath, don't hover over like me, open it up. Okay. So I'm suggesting that the last set of your 6 of strength should be core because you're in the chair. And we're done this round. We are gonna go seated rainbows. Let's just go 10 seconds. Let's just go to bust out as many as we can. 5 more seconds to go. 2, 1. Then let's go cross knee to elbows. Let's just go right into that. And we can make it a half a minute of an abdominal exercise. There's no rule. There's no, line in the sand to how many seconds. All right, and time. That's round 1. So you ready to do it again? Probably with less of this of me, and we'll just roll through it so it seems like an actual workout like you would see on YouTube, okay? So let's roll through it, grab a little bit of water. Now that you've seen it, you figure out what works for you. You can adjust. And we'll go through it nice and quick. We got 15 minutes, but we want a sufficient work, cool down. Okay. From the top, 1 weight, side lunge plus shoulder press. Feet are together. Dive down to one side, come together with both feet, up overhead. Do that about 15 seconds. Coming up on halfway. 10 more seconds. 5, 2, last one. Safely switch. Good. It's not the number of repetitions that I care about you having. It's the time you do it in. So honestly, if you do 4 good ones in those 20 seconds, you're a winner. If you do 2, you're a winner. I'm just here to try to motivate you. Last one. Let's go into hurdles. I'm going to put this here. Hope I don't bust my arse. Up and over. Eyes are to the front. Getting good at it, right? We're doing it every week like a boss, right? Chest out. Shoulder blades back. Get all fancy with it like Terry. Just tap, 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 tap. 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay. Maybe a little bit less of the recovery with me on this round, if that's okay. If you need to take it, take it. But I'm gonna leave the rest up to Terry. You can do some on your own, of course, but I'm gonna go roll into the next set, if that's okay. I'm gonna do the hinge and upright row. So grab 2 weights. Yep. Hips go back. Eyes go forward and down. Powered up. Zip the jacket. Down. Powered up. Zip. Boom. Pow. Keep going like that for about 15 more seconds. Core is tight. Belly button's up and back. Again, if you get 3 or 4 good ones, win. 3. Last one. Boom. Weights down. We're going to go into the modified jack. I'm just showing you, if you need to take a second, take a second. God bless you. Take a second. I'm just doing it for instruction. I'll hurt later. Don't worry. I'll be in an Epsom salt bath. Got the TENS unit on, warm blanket, pain meds. But I want to do this for you. 3, 2, 1. All right. Let's do the seated one next, the chest press with the knee raised, and then we'll do an appropriate little recovery because I want to hit it hard halfway. I want that halfway thing to click with you. Even if you're doing your own thing with time, if you're like, I'm gonna work out from 6 to 6:30 in the morning. At 6:15, do something to reset your brain like that, okay? Either to motivate yourself or adjust. Straight out, knee up. Right out in front of your chin. Not up over your forehead. Breathe out as you push out. Let's go 10 more seconds. Nice and steady. Slow back. Don't let it drop. 3, 2, 1. We're going to go into fast feet. And then we're going to take a little something. Fast feet. Front to back. So you can do front, back, side, side, up and over, whatever you want to do at home to challenge yourself. Make it interesting, make it fun, make it challenging for yourself. Then tell me about it so I can tell other veterans, you know? I definitely don't have all the answers. I've been learning as I go since I met y'all. 5, 3, 2, 1. Finish up here. Good. We'll do our little yoga flow now, okay? I think that's appropriate. All right. Use this time. Regulate your breath, your heart rate, your focus. Some self-talk, some self-appreciation, some appreciation for community. You're all doing a service, right? One more time. On your own. You don't have to follow my groove here. This is just what feels good to me. Nice. So wrap it around your heads. We have a high pull, right? A high pull on, really aggressive, followed by the butt kick, push pulls. We're going to hit it hard for the next minute or so, okay? You're going to need 2 weights. Do your best. What the heck? You know, we're not training for the Olympics. We're training for life, you know? We're training for year by year. So we're going to stick it out in front of us. Hike it back like a football player. Pop, pop, pop. I'm moving my knees very little. All it's doing is supporting my lower body. I'm not sitting back in a chair. My butt's way up and back. So that's what's going to keep me solid in the ground. It's not going to compromise my balance or my core stability. I'm just staying really wide and solid for about 10 more seconds. Keep going. These are the ones that count. 5 more seconds. When you're really tired. 2, 1, put them down. Butt kick, push, pull. Go right into it. Dig, dig, dig. Coming up on halfway. Oh, keep your eyes open. Keep your eyes front to the front. Chest open. 3, 2, 1. Let's just do something. Just push those hips forward. We've been using this a lot, right? You should feel strong as an ox right now. I can't give this to my employees. No way. No way. They crying. Whew. Okay. Last one's in the chair. So we can do this. Sit to stand, overhead press, right? So knock it out. If you have to go, I understand. You're not going to hurt my feelings. I know you guys have lives and stuff. Sorry if we went over. Maybe I'll have to make it to 555. I don't know. I'll adjust. All right. Lean forward, press through, up overhead, down. Maybe if Carlos was here. Carlos! I need an admin. All right, let's go about 10 more seconds. We love Carlos when he's here. 5 seconds. 3. Oh, let's get one more. This is the one that does it. Oh, those are the ones. All right, clear the area. We're gonna step back, arms forward, right? Power it up. Boom. Lock it up. Don't get all sloppy like, hey, I'm doing it. Pow. Pow. Boom. Boom. Don't look at the floor. Unless it's a kitty or a puppy or something like that. 5 seconds. Situation awareness, right? 2, 1. The next one, we're going to be in the chairs. We're just going to do some light core. We're done. Put a fork in us. Rainbows if you want to. You can start stretching if you want to. I mean, this is a lot. This is a lot. But I don't know, I feel like I just owe you so much. So much. Keep going. Let's go 5 more seconds here. Just nice and easy. Calm it down. 2, 1. Feet flat, sitting up tall. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Let's go 5 more seconds now. 2, 1. Finish up here. Sorry to jip you like that, Terry. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's okay. So I'm just gonna stay seated
Okay.
now, but
Mute myself.
do what feels right for you. I'm gonna, again, stay seated, kind of bend forward, keeping my back straight, and then round back. And then kind of rounding forward. So sort of like a really slow cat-cow, letting the movement in the back start at the bottom. So arching forward, letting your breath slow down, rounding back, breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth, and just kind of leaning forward, putting your elbows on your thighs, breathing, and then kind of leaning one side to the other, just feeling the stretching out the side of the rib cage. Maybe pressing the hand on the inside of the knee or the inside of the leg. So just getting the nice stretch up the whole side of the body. Putting both legs in front of you and just kind of moving your legs. Just little movements, little stretches, moving the arms, stretching the shoulders a bit. Letting the breath slow down. And feeling into the body, just feeling the aliveness in the body. All right. Keep breathing, come on back.